Hello students, we shall start statistics and the very first topic on the chapter is types of data. Let's take a situation. Suppose I want to know your parents phone numbers. I want to know the phone numbers of your parents. Now how can I do that? There can be two ways. First, I can approach each of you individually. I can approach each of you individually and ask the phone number. Alright, and what else I can do? What is the other method I can apply? Think about it. Rather than asking you individually, what can I do? I can go to your class teacher. I can go to your class teacher and ask for the green pages, because the green pages contain your parents' phone numbers. Alright, so now both the approaches, what is the difference between both the approaches? In the first approach, what I have done, I have done the investigation myself. However, in the second case, I have used the data that is collected by someone else, isn't it? So the first kind of data that a person collect himself is called the primary data. This is a class of primary data, and second case is called secondary data. Secondary data. I hope it's clear now. So let's take some examples now to understand. In social science, you must have heard a topic called population census. Now what happens in population census? Representative from government comes to your home and they collect the data regarding how many people are there at your home, how many are above 18, how many are minors, that means less than 18, how many are seniors at more than 60, and they collect all these data. And what they are doing, they're collecting all these data individually. Alright, so this is an example of population census, is an example of primary data. Let's say you are reading a book. You are reading a book, or you have learned something in new channels, right? Think about it. What kind of data it is, primary or secondary? When you read a book, the information is already in the book and you are learning from there. So obviously you can understand this is an example of secondary data. Alright, so I think you have learned what is primary data and what is secondary data. Think about two examples of primary data and secondary data each. Look around you and try to think which kind of data is primary and which kind of data is secondary. Alright, after this let's go to the next topic.